Ooh, ooh, yeah. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Rockville Sonic XXL boombox, a blatantly JBL boombox 2 clone. Now, again, you're probably going to be wondering the same thing as the last time you did about the whole Skullcandy shit. I'll tell you, this thing is also made in China by Xdobo. Exactly, Xdobo. Read it clearly. Responsibly made in China. Apparently, to Rockville, sending a couple inquiry emails to Xdobo is being responsible here, eh? Either way, responsible or not, let's just get into the pros and cons. And the first time I've listened to this, the immediate thing that came to my mind was, wow, it actually sounded a lot better than I thought it would. And I don't know. I guess Xdobo is pretty good at making decent speakers up till this point. Like, all of their stuff, I've rarely seen them made a flop on their Bluetooth speaker, except for maybe the second generation X8s. Those kind of suck. But anyways, I'm gonna pop the grill off, and you'll know this is actually that Chinangular speaker I compared with the Skullcandy the last video. You'll see. There you go, Chinangular speaker. So they use a two-way configuration with two 4-inch drivers. These are actually decent drivers. 4-inch drivers. Pretty much a knockoff of a JBL Boombox 2. I think I've tested them on my shorts section already. And these tweeters, interestingly enough, they're actually sticky dome tweeters. Yeah, very interesting. They actually went ahead and used something that decent. I mean, the dome itself isn't that sticky, but the coating is thinner and there's less fabric compared to your regular silk dome tweeters. So these have a lighter diaphragm. At least that's what I think. I'll see, under the questionable claim of the responsibly made in China, under that flap, you see a lot of port. You got a mic, Type-C USB charging port. You got an auxiliary jack. You got a mic jack. You got a USB disc. I think you could play USB with this, but you could also charge your phones with this. You got an SD card slot. Pretty feature full, isn't it? Now let's talk about the things that I don't like about the speaker. First up, you turn it on, you have to set the EQ every time. Like, it goes back to default. It doesn't remember which mode you've left on. And like the Skullcandy Barrel XT, which it remembers, which mode you were on. At least there's no lights on this, though, so you don't have to turn that off every time. And the tweeter and the woofer there's only a capacitor for the crossover. Meaning, hey, while DSP could fix the sound signature, you're not going to get much of a problem. You're going to get a uneven distribution of sound, meaning if you go off axis, it's going to sound funky at some angles because the destructive interference between the woofer and the tweeter. This woofer has a pretty okay natural roll-off frequency curve, but it's probably not as good as, say, an EPI woofer, because these ain't no EPI woofers. These are China woofers. And I'm going to do that good of a job doing, natural roll-off. So only a capacitor for the crossover, really isn't that good of an option, in my opinion. And also, I tested it. It took like forever to charge this thing. Just use an average USB cable that has fast charge, by the way. Took about, 7-8 hours for it to be fully charged. Of course, the battery was basically drained when I got it, so I charged it, but 7-8 hours till fully charged, it's actually a long time. Yeah. Well, anyways, there you have it. That's the pros and cons. I'm going to connect it, hook it up, play some sound samples, and there's going to be there's three sound signatures in this thing. There's a bassy one, that's first mode. There's a neutral one, that's the second mode, and the treble heavy sound signature, that's the third mode. I personally think the second mode sounds the best, but, hey, you got a decent amount of options here. Also, in case if you do care about this, there's no app for the speaker. Not that I give a shit, but if you want apps, don't get the speaker. Volume is going to be about 40%, starting from the first sound mode. Alright, here's the second sound mode. Okay, here's the third sound mode. Alright, here's the first sound mode again. Alright, here's the second sound mode. Alright, here's the third sound mode again. Alright, there you have it. Now you'll have a basic idea of how this thing sounds. The 3 different sound modes. There's slight differences actually, they don't differ to a lot. But my opinion is the first sound mode distorts. That's actually a fact, by the way. It does distort, especially in this track. The second sound mode is perfectly fine. I feel like it's the most balanced, the most good sounding mode. The third sound mode, the treble was kind of weird. It sounds kind of boxy. It kind of cuts the upper treble and boosts like, I don't know, 4K to 8K instead, which is kind of weird. Anyways, let's compare it against first the Skullcandy Barrel. Okay, so I'm kind of pissed right now because my phone fell off. I really want to smash the shit out of it, but I gotta get this video done. I hope I had that little 1-grit thing from Dankpot so I could smash the shit out of this dumbass phone, but, well, we gotta figure it out somewhere. I see a lot of magnets over there, the speakers sitting at the side of my table. I could use those very, very well. Anyways, let's get to the sound test with the Sonic playing first, comparing it to the Skullcandy Barrel XT. Now, the last time when I was testing these two together, I realized I had the Sonic XXL a little bit quieter. I'm not gonna try and fix that right now. I'm gonna make sure the volume is the same, catered to the sound. The Sonic XXL is gonna sound about the same loudness. Just gonna make sure that. I'm just saying. Anyways, let's get to it with the Sonic playing first. It's about 40 to 45% volume. At the second EQ mode. Okay, Skullcandy. Oh well, the song ended. Let's play something else. If you listen closely, you can hear the hiss. Ooh, it's coming from the Skullcandy. That really pisses me off. Anyways, starting from the Skullcandy again, this is another song. Let's get to it. Sonic XXL.
Is it just a dream I'm having inside my fantasy? Come to me. You are in my thoughts. I never stray from the heart of you.
Okay, I'm going to be cranking them to the maximum, right? Slowly, I'm going to do about 70% right now.
Come
70%.
And if we can't be on the surface, we can't be under the water. Far underwater land. We can't be under the water. Underwater land. Am I touching you? I wanna feel every part. Call to me forever and a day. Whatever feelings take hold of you, set me free. The body that I give to you, all of you. It touches like the starlight. Your body makes me delve into all I do.
Alright, I'll be cranking them to the maximum. That was 70%. Starting from the, again, the Sonics.
Taking me to land, and if we can't be on the surface, we can't be under the water. Underwater land, and if it serves a deeper purpose, we can't be under the water. Underwater land.
Alright, well, there's your quick comparison. Oh, wow, I'm getting... my ears are ringing. Anyways, loudness-wise, the Sonic takes this, in my opinion. I'm in person, I felt like this is louder, has more bass. Whereas the Skullcandy, while not being louder, it has more kind of a lower treble, which kind of can sound a little harsh. But it does get loud, and it, in my opinion, it could probably project sound a little further. But it doesn't have so much bass. Okay. Now, as for the sound quality, you're going to have to judge for yourself. Well, there you have it. It's a quick comparison between these two. I'm going to do another comparison. All right. So, this is the comparison of the Sonic XXL against the Shitty Speaker 3000 Mark II. The Shitty Speaker 3000 Mark II is a homebrew speaker. I have not touched the DSP yet. I might not. I don't know, because I'm working on a new project. It's called the Bale Trash 69, where I make use of those Bang Olufsen Peerless drivers. Anyways, let's just do a quick comparison. I'm going to start from the Sonic XXL first. I'm going to play at about 50%, 45 to 50. Alright, a shitty speaker.
Of mine, good for the love, good for the love, but it is not the first party, and I think I'm a good friend of mine. Ready for a break. And a great idea to make it happen again. And I don't even think it will happen.
Alright, well, it's a quick sound comparison. I should turn it out to the maximum, but really no point. The Shitty Speaker 3000 right now, it compresses the shit out of it. It doesn't have any bass at max volume. As for the other speaker, the Sonic XXL, obviously is way louder, so I don't see the point. Anyways, I'm going to be taking that thing apart. I'm going to show you the woofer, the tweeter, and then the amplifier board. So first up, just to show you, here are the buttons. in a separate chamber with this basically just taped onto it. Okay, here's your speaker driver. 4-inch, decent magnet size. It says 4G, but I know these are 4 ohms for sure. Nice vented basket, good voice coil with a little bit of gap between the cone and the spider. And yeah, overall a well-made driver. It's not your average cheapy 4-inch like a lot of other Chinese speakers. These are actually decent and legit. They would probably rival the JBL boombox. Maybe these probably isn't as powerful though. I've never had the boombox drivers themselves, so I can't say for sure. But yeah, here are the woofers. I'm gonna pull the tweeter out too. Here's the 6 ohm tweeter. 6 ohms, as I've said. Neodymium magnet and silk dome, sticky dome type coating on it. Dome isn't really all that sticky, but you know, you get it. It's a similar kind of coating. Cool. Right, so apparently the amplifier's got a heatsink on it. I'm not going to take that off, but I'm going to guess it's probably one of those NF amplifiers. I don't really know. I can't say for sure, but I'm just going to take a wild guess because those are what X-Dobo likes to use, the Korean amplifiers. It's supposed to be 50 watts per channel or something. I forgot. That is the power management chip. It's also a buck converter controller thing because I'm pretty sure there's a converter in here to up the voltage to charge the battery pack, because I think it has either a 16 or a 22 volt battery. I'm not sure. Here's the MV Silicon built-in DSP all-in-one Bluetooth module. It's a pretty common chip. There you go. You can see the part number. Anyways, again, this is the typical 3-chip configuration. Chip 1, 2, and 3. Bluetooth, power management, and amplifier, just like every other Chinese speaker. Anyways, the board quality is okay. It's not the best I've seen. I've definitely seen better, but it passes. It's fine. It's the microphone jack. And well, there you have it. This is the flat flex that goes all the way to the buttons. So, yeah, that's it. There you have it, people.